Hi, VencoreWeather.com meteorologist Paul Dorian here on Friday, December 12th. Well, the major storm that had impacted the Mid-Atlantic region over the past few days will finally relinquish control of the weather today to building high pressure. Today will be kind of a transition day with lots of clouds and still a bit of a breeze out there, but by tomorrow, plenty of sunshine should return to the Mid-Atlantic region. We certainly haven't had a sunny day in a long time, and it looks like the weekend will be quite nice with plenty of sunshine on both days. In fact, the overall weather pattern looks quite decent for the next week or so. We'll take a long look ahead to Christmas week, however, and it does look like the pattern will get back to a stormier and colder pattern come Christmas week. So there certainly is some hope for a white Christmas. We'll talk about that in the next few minutes. First of all, here's the latest water vapor imagery loop of the eastern part of the country, and you certainly can still see the spinning in the atmosphere in terms of moisture. This is surrounding that still stalled out but weakening storm over the northeastern U.S. Some drier air is finally working into the western part of the Mid-Atlantic region, and again, it's not out of the question. There are some sunny intervals later on today, but the best chance for sun will be on Saturday. Looks like lots of sun on Sunday as well. Finally, this storm will get out of our picture here as it slowly weakens today and continues to move slowly to the north and east. Well, here's the way the water vapor loop looks on the west coast, and yes, California is getting pounded by a major storm, one of the strongest storms in several years. Several inches of rain in northern California yesterday, and that has spread southward along the California coast. Now central and southern California will get hit with a lot of rainfall today. You can see the flow of moisture coming way out of the northern branch, the northern Pacific, wrapping around into southern California right now. So again, this heavy rainfall is spreading down the coast. There's been some talk that this is kind of a Pineapple Express type of storm. Pineapple Express refers to a powerful flow of moisture from around the Hawaiian Islands, hence the pineapple. That is really not the case here. This is a northern branch type of system. You can see right here the flow of moisture comes from the northern Pacific. Hawaii Islands are way down here off to the south and west. So this is wrapping around into southern California. Heavy rain there over the next 12 to 24 hours or so, and then all that heavy rain moves right into the southwestern U.S. over the next day or two. Well, what are the prospects of a white Christmas? I thought we'd jump ahead here since the weather looks rather uneventful for the next several days, and again, a pretty nice break in the weather pattern for the next week or so. This is the way the 500 millibar anomaly chart looks right now. All of these maps are from tropicaltidbits.com, and this is using last night's GFS ensemble run. Again, this is the way the 500 millibar anomaly charts look right now. Blues represent areas of low pressure in the upper part of the atmosphere, anomalous low pressure, and the reds or oranges, high pressure. This is the area associated with that stalled out northeastern storm, and again, this has influence on our weather today, but it will continue to slowly weaken and pull off to the north and east. This area out here is associated with that powerful California storm, but in between there's a lot of warm air relative to normal for this time of the year up across the northern plains. Let's see how this 500 millibar pattern evolves over the next several days. We'll jump ahead from right now to Wednesday morning of next week. And here it is by Wednesday morning. That big trough in the northeastern part of the country basically flattens out. We have rather zonal flow here. Zonal flow is a term used for west to east type flow. Not terribly warm, not terribly cold, and relatively dry here. But again, the flattening out of the trough here, which exists right now. In fact, let's look at that. We go from this morning to this by next Wednesday morning. Pretty decent trough next Wednesday morning out here over the southwestern part of the U.S. Let's now jump ahead to Christmas week, Monday of Christmas week. And here we go. Still a relatively flat pattern here in the eastern part of the U.S. come the early part of Christmas week. Christmas is on Thursday this year. This is Monday of that week. Notice a deepening trough air out in the southwestern part of the U.S. So still relatively innocuous looking pattern here, the early part of Christmas week. But let's now jump ahead to Christmas Day itself. And here we go. By this time, the GFS Ensemble run and the GFS Ensemble run of last night is backed up by several other models for this. It shows deepening trough here in the eastern U.S. by around Christmas Day. This is a cold and stormy looking pattern by around Christmas Day, or certainly Christmas week or so. It may actually get underway a day or two before Christmas here, but it looks like while we have a break in the overall weather pattern for the next week or so, come Christmas week and probably the week after that, it looks like we get back to a stormier and colder pattern. Once again, this pattern will allow for cold air to drop from central and northern Canada into the U.S. So there certainly is some hope here, some prospects for a white Christmas. Is still obviously way too far away. At this point in time, you just want to look at the overall weather pattern and see if that will allow for the possibility of a white Christmas. And indeed, at this point, it looks like it will. So that's it for now. We'll, of course, monitor that possibility over the next several days. For VencoreWeather.com, I'm meteorologist Paul Dorian.